say like back at like NWA shows, that's when all the fights would break out. They were at risk of being robbed. But at 2 Live Crew shows, it was all parties.
Quick shows, it would be
because a bunch of tough guys don't want to see the energy of a bunch of people talking about how tough they are. It's a challenge.
Yeah, totally.
You know,
interesting.
So to be totally honest, gangsters that I know don't listen to Draco. You know, but that's the thing for people like non-affiliated people to like, because like that's superhero shit to the people that aren't in that life, but to the people, and the cops are in that life. They are patrolling the same streets, you know, and so they hear this guy that's talking like, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. These are the people that are paid to stop the shit that he's talking about. So it's an invitation.
It's interesting.
It's taunting.
You know? And his music is the most taunting music I've ever heard too.
For real.
It's like some 50 Cent
He's got
kind
a
of
smile.
Shit. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He'll call me from jail and he'll be saying some crazy shit and he'll just be laughing. Like he'll just be laughing like it's like funny. Like which is like, you know, I've never seen anyone so like you know,
childlike creativity from him. That's the funny part. Like he's not really, you know, there's certain people that are like, you know, jail ain't nothing. To a lot of people, jail is nothing but like artist development, you know? He's in there just getting stories. He's in there, you know?
I mean, he called me like yesterday over the phone, and he was like, just like someone was trying to talk shit to him, and he just goes off on like a rant, like they'll be on his album, like just like, you know, like I'm not even imitated, but it's like, you know what I mean? He was like, step the fuck off, motherfucker, and it starts like going in like a stream of consciousness tangent, and it was like the end of his songs. It was wild.
Yeah.
You know,
and that's why I think that's why his music is so good. Yeah, I think that's why his music is so good is because he takes that in and he spills it out in a way that's like it's like passionate, but like it's a level I don't give a fuck, you know? Yeah.
All right. Well, we should. We were gonna do the Zaytoven episode, but let's just go to the G Perico episode. I feel this is only a natural segue into the G Perico episode. You weren't there, but I did the interview a while back.
I want to do the Zaytoven episode.
Yeah, we're about.
Oh, but this makes more sense.
It aired the week previous.
Okay.
Yeah. So we are in the future, and we are doing the G Perico episode.
Okay.
Yeah. No, Perico. I mean, do we really need an intro? One of the best rappers in LA, like just
and stylistically too.
Yeah.
He's like
best hair.
He reminds me of the Dodge Charger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like an improvement on the design.
Yeah, totally.
And
like
a modernization
but like timeless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modernization of the design.
Yeah. Like I feel like Easy, like I've said like a bunch of times, like if Eazy-E were in heaven, like or hell or wherever the fuck he was, heaven of course.
Just give him heaven.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Eazy heaven. I mean, I have a frame photo of him on my wall, but you know what I mean. He'd be smiling down to see Perico. I feel like that's like that tradition like continued and kind of just like.
I don't think he would. I think all old rappers hate when there's somebody.
No, I think he would like G Perico.
You think so?
Yeah, I think he would.
He wears skinny jeans. All those old dudes hate dudes with skinny jeans.
Nah, I think Perico's the exception. That his hair is too immaculate, and that like he's talking shit. I think he'd like him.
Yeah, maybe.
all right. This is G Perico.
What is Little Easy think about G Perico? Has anyone asked?
They might have some gang shit. You know what I mean? Like it might be some like.
Where's Perico from?
That's the thing about LA, right? Though is like when you ask someone about like in the streets about another person in the streets, like half the time they'll say like they don't like it or they do like it based on where they come from.
Yeah. I asked. So I got a friend that's from one hood that doesn't like Draco, right?
Yeah,
because of gang things.
Yeah,
and he's got a brother that's from another hood that likes Draco but doesn't like Greedo because of gang things.
Yeah, that's
and I'm like, do you think is it good though? Is it good?
they can't even. Yeah.
But it's like, nah, fuck him.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
Even I'll talk to Natia about some shit like that. And Natia, it'll just be like, no, and he just even like he's not even. I don't think he really affiliated that much. But.
You can't be. Yeah. You have to pick a side when there's like real things,
yeah.
not art things.
Yeah,
which it makes for great fucking art though, don't it?
The best art,
like real solid lines, you know?
Yeah. All right, shots fired.
Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired at 28. Shots fired at 28. Shots fired.
So yeah, we were just talking about the Doors, and you're playing me Riders on the Storm.
Yeah, the Doors, Riders of the Storm. You know what I mean? The Doors was, like I said, I got introduced to it through a documentary, and I was just like a fan of how ill Jim Morrison was. You know what I mean? I was like, I was drawn to the energy. Even though he not here no more, he's still here, but I was drawn to the energy. So, you know, I checked out the music, and it's a few joints that I actually play. Like I got a long playlist. Yeah. Like I go from everything from soul to Doors to Jimi Hendrix to everything. You know what I mean? And I had a lot of Jimi Hendrix too when I was little, because my granny, she wanted me to play guitar, but you know, I was on the hood rat shit, so.
He was also a lefty, too. I had to play the guitar backwards.
And I actually went to a few guitar lessons, but while I was in there, like, I couldn't concentrate. Like, I wanted to just go back to the hood, so.
Yeah. Where were the guitar lessons?
I didn't. Somewhere in the valley. I don't even remember where. I was just getting the car and they'd take me. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, it's fun when you're a kid. Like the valley seems like a whole different.
Right, a whole different world.
Like you have no idea. You're like it's like 20 minutes away, but it feels like 8 hours.
Yeah. So I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in the valley. It was like a white dude in the back. He had a studio in the back of his house. But I mean, I think if I would have wanted it to do like right now, I want to like. I got this dude. I did a couple lessons already on the under. I ain't really told nobody. And, I want to get with it now. But, yeah, she bought me a gang of, like, rock albums, like Jimi Hendrix. You know, it was still CDs around that time. So,
I like the alternate world reality where you're, like a lead guitar player.
Yeah.
Have you ever listened to the band Love?
Love, no.
You got to check them out. He was from South Central, actually, originally. He went to Dorsey. Okay. And his name was Arthur Lee. And it was a really cool, one of my favorite LA groups actually, because he was from Dorsey. There was another dude from the hood who was in the band. They had a surf rock guy, like from out by the beach. They had a guy, one of their other guitarists was like from Beverly Hills and used to like hang out with like Liza Minnelli in the swimming pool and named Brian McLean. And they kind of like, they also had like kind of a Latin thing going on too, so they have kind of like mariachi horns. And their best album is Forever Changes, and that's like one of my favorite.
Forever Changes, Love.
Yeah, and he was like one of the only. He actually was a big influence on Hendrix, because that's what everyone said. But you know that band War?
War, yeah, I'm off War.
Yeah, I just did an interview with one of the guys from War, and he was actually telling me crazy stories about Jim Morrison. Because he grew up in Compton. This keyboardist from War, and basically what happened was they were playing actually in North Hollywood. At a bar called like the Ragdoll, and they were backing up two of the old LA Rams, like Deacon Jones and Rosie Greer, were both trying to sing. So War was the backing band, and this dude Eric Burden, that was a big influence on Jim Morrison too. He was in the band The Animals. Walks in, he's like, "That I need to play with that band." So I guess he would throw parties at Jim Morrison's house, or he would throw parties at his house, and Jim Morrison was like such like a fanboy and would just show up. And so this dude like Lonnie Jordan and War just shows up, and he was like. He told me Jim Morrison showed up to the party on acid, hopped on the piano, and like gets in his face and was like, "I bet you want to hit me right now." And Lonnie Jordan, like this dude's like 71 and kind of looks like Drake's dad with the handlebar mustache, and he's like, "I'm from Compton." So I put my finger in his chest, and then Jim Morrison went flying back. And then, like, but everyone says he knocked out Jim Morrison, but he swears, like, he didn't knock out Jim Morrison. And
he's just extra dramatic.
Yeah. And then he's like, and then some woman came in screaming, James, where's James? And she said that he was so little, the woman carried him out like, in his arms. I just like those old stories because I never know if they're true or not. But
I heard a lot of stories like that, man, and that's dope, man. That's how I want to. I mean, not necessarily that exactly type of story at all, but just, stories like that to be passed down. Because how long ago was that? That was in the 60s.
Oh, yeah.
And here we are 50 years later, fans, and talking about it. So, I definitely love to be like that.
Well, I feel like there's a certain, do you feel like drawn to artists like that? I mean, there's the LA thing, I think, with someone like a lot of people don't necessarily... Like, a lot of people hate the Doors on the East Coast, I found. Like, I didn't know that. I think it's an LA thing. And I feel like it's kind of the case with almost, like, rap music in general, like LA rap music has a certain...
I think that might be something else that draw me to them because, they used to be up and down Laurel Canyon, up and down Sunset. So it's like, I'm familiar with those places, too. I mean, I never been there, I've been there, but I never really, to that extent of just like a regular that party there. Like, I'm a different type of regular. I stopped doing leave out. Like, I don't hang out on the block. And a part of that community. Like, that was part of the community. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's definitely something that drew me to him as well. You know what I mean?
When you were a kid, did you get out of South Central a lot, or were you kind of...
actually, I got school bused in the 5th grade. Mm-hmm. I threw a fit, too, when my... Mom told me I was going to a different school. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where did you go to school?
I threw a fit. You know what I mean? I was going to school in L.A. in the hood, 107, and I came home one day and mom was like, "You going to a different school?" I'm like, "Why?" And I got to get on the school bus. I got to wake up earlier. But like now that I look back, it was a great thing because it just like showed me a whole different side of life. Like, and like, I don't really got a problem with getting up, leaving the hood, and going to do things. You know what I'm saying? Even though I love being around there, but you know, it's not really like foreign for me to be moving around. Like a lot of my homies never leave the radius. You know what I'm saying? Never leave the area. So
where did you get bused to?
Off of it was called West Side Leadership. It's called. I rode past it the other day. I was shooting a video over there. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I actually, when I was a few years back, I used to go like pull up and take girls to that area, have sex with them in the car. You know what I mean? Almost got caught a few times over there. But I'll drive over there just because I know the route so good from taking the school bus. So, you know, it'll kind of make me seem exclusive if I'm with like a hood rat or somebody local or something like that. But, it was West Side Leadership. It was all the way up Washington Boulevard, a block before the beach. So it's on Washington and Pacific. Okay. You know what I mean? It was sand on the school ground. So it's like right next to like in Venice. Yeah, pretty much. Like it's more Marina Del Rey, but like 2 blocks from Venice. Totally. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know exactly. So I used to, I went there up until like the end of 6th grade or beginning of 7th grade is when I left 6th grade. And, you know, I was ditching back. I knew how to ditch back then. So I used to jump out the window and leave and go walk along the beach. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, you know, I had like early exposure of that area. Yeah. You know, I knew how to take the bus. I knew how to ride a bike over there. Yeah. You know, after I went to school right there, the homies, we used to go ride bikes. Yeah. And go steal shit way over there. You know what I mean? So
it's crazy how Venice has changed so much in the last like 15, 20 years. Yeah. Like now, I mean, like, because when I was growing up, it was like MS-13 and like Shoreline Crips, and then there was like you know, it was kind of like there were obviously nice parts of Venice, but you know. You would like my mom would be like, don't take the bus.
And now
there.
It's nice. Like I know a lot of people from Shoreline from actually going to school over there. You know what I'm saying? Because like people used to get it was like a school bus. They'll drop people off at Mark Twain. Yeah. And they'll drop them off at Venice High School. You know what I mean? So yeah, I know a lot of people from that.
And you went to Lockeye.
Yeah, I went to I went to Washington for like 2 days. I went to Locke, and I went to Westchester I went up there for maybe 2-3 days, but I was actually like going there for about a week. And I went to jail. Went back to jail. Yeah.
When you were at Locke, you didn't like they had like a big music program, like a lot of actual music, like a Thundercat, his brother.
They had a
We're from there.
They actually did have a music program. It was crazy. I was in a keyboard class where they teach you how to play keyboards, but I only went like 2 times. And then they had a band and all that. The band was pretty big. My boy Juicy, All Flavors No Grease, I want to say he was in the band. Right. Because, yeah, we went to school together, Juicy. I think he was in the band. They had aerobics class. I was in aerobics. Yeah.
That's like what were
I just play the music. I was already like gangster, you know what I'm saying? When I was going there. So I forgot the teacher name. She was cool, Miss man, I'm horrible.
You got to do a video.
I'm horrible with names, but yeah, I played the music for the aerobics class. I was in there, and it was like a cute Asian girl, like, and it's like unheard of on the east side. Like she was cute, body, everything. Yeah. Yeah.
What are you playing in that music class? What in high school?
Whatever the music was at the time, I don't remember exactly. I only went a couple times. See, my thing with school, like, I only went to my classes. I went to aerobics class. I went to my English class. My English class was 2nd period, and that's pretty much homeroom. Yeah. So, you know, you got to go there, otherwise they call your house. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then it just got to a point where I was like, fuck it. I beat the phone call, or then I noticed ain't nobody even coming home to even check the phone calls. Yeah. So it don't matter. Like I didn't get exposed to Well, every time report cards came, that's when I got exposed. Like, you not going to class. From junior high to high school, like, you fucking up. You know what I mean? Like, F's and D's and shit. I didn't even graduate from